Welcome back to the Who's Yanks. We talk everything Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. Tonight we're going to be doing a recap of the CONCACAF World Cup qualifier matchup, final round, the octagonal or the octagon match between Canada and El Salvador. Where in this one, La Rouge would take a 3-0 win over El Salvador. And this is also, I went to another game, so this one today. This was the second game in a row that I went to here in Toronto for BMO, and it was electric. That's all I can say. I went to the supporters section for the first time, and that was fun. And everybody was up and at 'em about it. It was 100%, 100% electric. It was definitely a great place to be. And they're gonna have another game too against Panama next window at BMO. So when tickets come out, maybe if my schedule lines up right, maybe I'll be able to go to that one as well. But we'll see. But that's without further ado. Let's talk about the starting 11 for Canada, is what they put on the field. As we have Atiba Hutchinson, Milan Borjan, Alistair Johnson, Kamal Miller, Stephen Victoria, Stephen Astacio, Junior Hoylett, Tejan Buchanan, Jonathan David, Jonathan Osorio, and Richie Larea. So there you have it. You have already a pretty strong lineup right there for Canadians. And then right when the game began, the atmosphere was electric, but I didn't expect this to happen, already. As we go to the 5th minute, as Jonathan Osorio lays off a pass to Junior Hoylett, then back to Richie Larea again, and then the Hutchinson, which he taps it in for an early 1-0 Canadian lead, and La Rouge are already going crazy. No one expected. I expected it to be a tough game, contested, the way El Salvador's been playing, but it only took 5 minutes for Canada to blow the hatch open, and here we have it where Canada's already winning 1-0. This is huge. And then only 6 minutes later, where a ball is delivered in from a Canadian free kick into the box, and Tejan Buchanan is there in the box. He's first to react to it. He then crosses it back into the box again for Jonathan David, who heads it home. It's 2-0 for La Rouge. This is a dream start for Canada. I could not believe what I was seeing, as I thought El Salvador was going to at least take some fight to us, but Canada just outclassed them this whole game. And then halftime, it was brilliant. Canada was all over El Salvador in that half, and basically El Salvador was limited on chances. They had a few, but really not any threatening chances. And then the 59th minute, a lethal giveaway by El Salvador in the middle of the field leads to a quick counterattack sprung by Canada. David is first to react to it, as he basically pounces on it and lays it off to Buchanan, and Tejan Buchanan nutmegs the keeper one-on-one and buries it for a 3-0 Canadian lead. And this is crazy. 3-0 over El Salvador at home, which was exactly what the Canadians needed here, and just what they got, just what the doctor ordered. And then the match ends. Canada gets the much-needed 3 points and stays in a good position at the table, that top 3, which gets you into the World Cup World Cup for Qatar 2022, which hopefully, they can stay there. But at the end of this window, they are there. So we'll have to take it window by window. But at the end of this window, this is great, phenomenal result. As summing it up, you play at home against Honduras. You have it's said to have a poor game, 1-1, not the end of the world. Then you have to go back down to the United States and play them. You tie them 1-1. You steal 2 points from them, just 1 point though for each team, and then you come back home and you just lay the wood down against El Salvador and just really are all over them. So this is huge. We're talking 5 points in total at the end of this window, which lays them currently in second place. That is awesome. And without further ado, let's also go to the stats and let's see what stats have to say about this one. Is Canada doubled the shots against El Salvador at 14-7. 5 of those 14 shots for Canada were on target, while none of the 7 for El Salvador on target. El Salvador didn't threaten anything all game. Canada had 41% possession, while El Salvador had 59% possession. 348 passes completed for Canada, 508 for El Salvador. 78% pass accuracy for Canada to El Salvador's 85% pass accuracy. 20 fouls to 21. 2 yellow cards to 1 yellow card. No red cards. 1 offside, 3 offside, and 3 corners to 4 corners. I mean, this was brilliant. You couldn't ask for anything else better than this. As you know, as I said earlier, many times, Canada got the much needed points here at home against what I thought was going to be a tough El Salvador team, but this team just collapsed. You know, maybe playing 2 back-to-back home games before coming to an away game for El Salvador hurt them, or they just did not know what to expect. And then, I was in the stadium too, and we saw a sea of blue. There's a lot of blue in there. You can look back on the highlights, and you just see a lot of El Salvadorian fans here. As I was in the support section, so there was red everywhere in that case, but on the 2 sections on the side, there was just blue. And even at the gate, it felt like we were going into a Salvadorian home match, as just getting into the game was just full of long lineups of El Salvadorians, and just the music. They had their music and dances, and just they were tailgating. It was just an absolute sight to see. Some Canadians were also taking pictures of this as well. But at the end of the day, the sea of blue wasn't enough to hold off the Canadians, as La Rouge dance all over El Salvador in this one to stay afloat at the top of the table where they need to be in order to stay for the World Cup. But and as I said, bounced back from Honduras, at home. They stepped up, and this is without Davies too. I forgot to mention Davies was injured for this one, as he had some kind of undisclosed injury, but other players stepped up. Look at Tajon Buchanan, Junior Hoylett, Jonathan David, all of them. Tajon Buchanan had a breakout game this game. He scored one, I think, and assisted one. So props to him. And he's going places. He's going to Europe after this season, I think, as he's going to somewhere in Belgium after New England Revolution. Really, he had a breakout season with them as well. But oh man, he was fun to watch tonight. I gave him an A game. 100%. I have no issues with him. He was using his speed to really cause problems, and unable and allow for El Salvador to really put out fires there, so they couldn't touch him. He was untouchable. But that was great. Bounced back. Thanks to other players stepping up and filling in the big shoes of Davies. Stepping up, doing their part, still get the 3 points. No excuses about it, and they are still in good standing. And then in the supporter section, it was just, as I said many times already, the chants that we're doing, the Viking clap at the end. The player got I think it was no other player than Jonathan Osorio got the drum, was doing the Viking clap. This was it was a sight to see. I wish more people was there to experience it. But of course with COVID, we have cap capacity at 15,000. So imagine if it was at 30,000, and we had a full house of just a lot more Canadians and El Salvadorians. It would have been just great, and really probably a sight to see. And then finally, as I said, this brings momentum just going into the next match. As Canada's now, you can now take this huge win against El Salvador, which I thought this was going to be a tough game, as I said earlier, but Canada blew the doors off the hinges there. But take this momentum going into the next window as you take on, I think it's Mexico at Estadio Azteca. That's going to be tough. Then you come home, then you go to, I think, was it Jamaica? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know you got Panama at home on the 13th against BMO. So we'll see how that goes down at Mexico and I think in Jamaica. So we'll see how the Rouge do there on the road. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully they can use this momentum and really, take this momentum after going toe-to-toe with Mexico in the Gold Cup. They hopefully have nothing to fear Mexico, going down to their place, even though it's going to be tough. And we got altitude and we got the fans, but hopefully nothing to fear down there. But we'll see come October window. So next month. But summary of the night, electric atmosphere tonight in the supporter section at least. It's fun to be there. I definitely would do it again, And then Tajon Buchanan, other players for Canada stepping up, having a breakout game, really filling in the shoes of Davies. No excuses about it, And then finally, just take the momentum going into the next window, as this could be huge. This is make or break, but they do finish up in the top 3 at the moment at the end of this window, which is exactly where they want to be in this one. But, you know, overall, that pretty much does it for the game. You know, big win. La Rouge get 3 points here, end up with total 5, second place currently in the standings. But there's still a long, long way to go as there's more games here. But that pretty much does it. If you like this video, make sure you like it, share, subscribe it, tell all your friends about it, and also tell all your friends that Canada get a massive 3 points here at home against a Salvadoran team.